Hello everybody, Vlad here, the community manager of Daviddtech. Today with a new edition of the Elite Backtesters show. Today I believe it's the 11th edition, and we do have like 2 months, over 2 months of activity, which is great. Um, yeah, today a couple more things to discuss about the September, the past results, the new addition to the new members, and so on. First of all, take care, guys, with your financial actions. You are responsible for them. Fake profiles. Take care, everyone. Again, another ban wave of people pretending to be either me, David, William, or anybody else. Do not trust investing or putting or sending some money into some different thing either than the Patreon of Daviddtech or the other method within David.tech website. Welcome everybody who is participant to this stream, and for the later watchers again on YouTube, I will upload this today. Also some past editions of, I believe, Spotify for all as well. Be sure to check them on our YouTube channel. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them. We are definitely checking also the chat of the voice chat as well. Today's topics. So today I have a couple of subjects to discuss. The first one would be the October submits and results. As you can see over here, I have about 12 or 13 tabs of results. The November submits, which are happening right now, the September winners, which are past 2 months submits winners, and then we have an exciting announcement to make about that as well. And of course, a short introduction for the newcomers in case somebody is not very aware of what's happening right now within our community with this project. And of course, as usual, the open discussions where me, David, and William can answer pretty much everything regarding the Daviddtech community, and of course, outside if we can, if you know how to answer. So, October summits, let's get straight to it. So, over here, we have, I believe it was submitted to me around here. So, we have a couple trades, the equity going up. All of the results that I'm sharing right now, they are available within our Discord. So, you're supposed to go in our Discord, scroll a little bit down, and you have the optimizations by Daviddtech category, the Elite Backtesters chat, and of course the Elite setups. I would like to share that as well. Let me just turn on my to the whole screen numero unos. Can you guys see my chat right, my
Yes.
Discord right now?
Yes.
Awesome. So you
Yes,
have
indeed.
all the new setups over here. As I said, within the optimizations by Daviddtech, under the chat, you can see pretty much everything new over here. I believe I didn't upload the optimizer CSV files yet because I had the problem with the naming again. As I said, guys, be careful when you are naming your work. So the name of your work is pretty much the most important thing. Otherwise, you might end up losing it. Fortunately, there are not a huge amount of files, so easily after the stream I will also upload the CSV files. But as of now, you do have the link over here to just click it, copy your chart, and then you can download the settings yourself. They are going to come a little bit later today as well. So the first one, as I said, it's this one. It's on BTC USDT on 2 hours. Another one on 15 minutes, which would be the dead zone. The first one was the trend who. Congratulations, David, for the naming scheme. The third one, again, trend who on the V5 boilerplate on 1 hour. On this time on an altcoin, which would be Rune. Definitely excited to also try some other altcoins as well. Maybe we can spot, like, with all the set all the tools that we have, we can spot a trend, or we can spot actually a really good strategy based on their trends, based on their move at all. So yeah, definitely excited to also try the altcoins as well. Again, another Bitcoin one, which I believe was sent to me about here within the at the beginning of the month. We can see a couple of wins and of course some losses as well. One thing that I would like to mention is because ADOC, for example, asked me what's the difference between the active and inactive setups. So for example, if you have submitted to me a strategy and from that time until the period that I've checked them at the end of the month, they didn't show any trade, I consider them as inactive. Also, if your strategy supposedly has a 65% win rate, like we have over here, I would not expect, like for example, within that period to have 5 losses in a row. So I would consider that an inactive setup as well. But if there are a couple trades and it's like 1 win, 1 loss, 2 wins, 1 loss, and so on, I believe the 65% win rate is quite respected. So yeah, I definitely consider this one an active setup. Another one.
Was that one? Sorry, Brad. Was that a custom setup or was it a? So I saw it was on Botify. Was
Yes,
it?
it was on Botify. I believe I sent you a couple of scripts at the beginning of the month, and
Okay.
they were checked and they didn't show any
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
strange thing or something like that to not be considered as good. Also, within the properties,
Cool.
we do have the commission set as 0.05 on all of them, which I believe is quite a standard if you were to ask me,
Yeah.
because it's also applied on both ways. So when you enter the order book and also when you exit as well. Another one on Solana as well, 15 minutes, dead zone. Another one, Trendhu, BTC USDT. Of course, guys, if it was to be 100 setups, I would rather have an Excel file with everything rather than going through each and every of them. But since it's a limited number, I believe it's quite a good idea to go through them. If you guys spot like any mistakes or would you like to comment on the strategy itself, feel free to do so as well. On the next one, would you like to say something, David?
No, it's just your screen's a little bit fuzzy and we can't see the win rate and things like that. So if you could just read through the win rates for me, because I don't know if everybody's got the same, but your screen's just a little blurred and I can't see the win
Let
rates of them.
me change the windows
Sorry,
back
mate.
again as it was.
Sorry, mate.
Oh, no
Maybe
problem. Thank you
just
for
me.
letting me know. Is
No,
it
no,
better
no.
now?
I hate it also.
Oh,
Yeah, we
okay.
can't see. So maybe if you just read through the win rate and the number of trades and things like that, would be great.
If
Thank you.
it's not very readable, guys, again, you have all of the pictures that I'm showing you over here, so you can also follow me along. I hope now it's a little bit better. Is it or not quite?
To me, it's better
Not
with full screen.
Full
yeah.
screen. Okay. Let me change it back
So
again.
just read through them very quickly if you don't mind, Vlad. It's a bit hard to see.
Okay, so the dead zone, we have over here the V5 plus the multi-time frame. We have 20% net profit and 78 win rate, and the maximum drawdown is a 6%. Again, this is on the full period that's available on 15 minutes with a premium account. I'm going to also share when we are doing the revisiting of all the strategies from the moment they were submitted all the way till the present time at that time. So we would see the actual performance right where it was, let's say, put as an active, good to go setup. Again, take care with the setups. Again, it is recommended to also have a personal incubation as well. The next setup, we do have the squeeze it on 5 minutes, 117% net profit with a win rate of 64%, maximum drawdown a little high, 32%, but it can be adjusted with the leverage setup. I don't tend to modify the leverage and whatever the settings are of the script. I would like to leave them as it is, except for the trading fee, because that's somebody else's strategies. It's meant to be traded that way. It has been put to incubation that way again, and maybe my way of leveraging a profitable strategy would not be the same as you. So doing like modifications in order to be another time modified by somebody else's, that's some extra work that, again, I don't consider it's worth it. So be sure you optimize the strategies for your own way of trading, because you are responsible for your actions as well. Yeah, again,
Is this including fees?
let me check. I believe so. They have,
Yes, we checked. Yeah.
yeah, we checked. It's 0.05.
Okay, thank you very much.
No problem. Again, so all of the strategies, I believe this one has been through incubation since this point, if I'm correct. I also talked with you, David, earlier, the 5-minute strategies.
Yeah,
So
that was it. Yeah.
it's proved to be like, as we can see, it's over here. It has like a small loss or an early stop loss or something like that, and then again all wins. So the percent profitable is higher within the incubation period than it's supposed to be, which is great if you ask me. Could expect a couple losses in a row, but nothing to be really worried about, because again, the percentage profitable, which is the win rate, is very well respected. Another one on Solana, a little bit different than the other one, on this time on 15 minutes with a dead zone, 246 percentage net profits with a 64% win rate. This one is a funny one because it was intended to be traded on Bitcoin, if I remember correctly, on Ethereum. I don't really remember. And it was optimized for about a couple weeks. And because I was backtesting previously on Solana, I forgot to change, but I do check them like before I exit somebody's strategy that is checked or not. And for this time, I just found this setup on Solana, which was intended to be traded on another coin, which is kind of amazing because I believe the incubation period was has started around here. So we can see a bunch of wins and also a couple losses within the period. So you could call it a optimizations with your eyes closed or something like that, which is kind of amazing to discover some golden nuggets as these ones. Again, take care with the strategies. Be sure you optimize them with your leverage intended that you can support and so on. Next one on Gala USDT, we have the vector candles V5, 45% net profit, 60% win rate, and the drawdown of 12%. We are getting close to the final. Again, another one, Super FVMA, 2,614 net profit. Again, make sure, guys, to play responsible with the leverage. And yeah, the win rate is 71%. I believe the incubation period was around here as well. We do see more wins than the losses, so the percentage profitable, which is the win rate, it is also respected as well. So yeah, an amazing setup again. The next one is again on Bitcoin on 5 minutes. I believe again somewhere around here or something like that it was added. We see that the percentage profitable is 74%. We see the equity curve is kind of linear. I'm meaning that if, for example, right here it was submitted to me, or right here, the equity curve tends to not get out of nowhere modification or something like that. It's really a strong, let's call it, equity curve. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. Those are the active setups. If I did miss anyone, please guys let me know. I believe I added also like 30 or something like that inactive setups as well. Maybe I can also show you guys where you can find them. So if you guys can see my screen within the elite setups, we can go over here, and I believe it was a little bit down. Okay, so here we have the inactive setups. All these setups have been added today. So yeah, I'm going to check them like every 2 or 3 months to see if they actually took any trade, the ones that didn't have, and also the, let's call them bad ones. Maybe they had some weird trend around, and they turned out to be profitable, and we can also add them to the active setups as well. Okay, So
But I
let's
have two questions.
sure.
Actually, one. I missed two settings that I had sent. One on 1 October. I made a screenshot from last month. Is there a reason why it's not shared with other people or in the featured settings?
No, it's no reason. I see that you here also have one, which would mean that the other one is put at the inactive setups.
Yes, it was in the inactive setups, and it is the screenshot in the chat. How it performed since 1 October, the day that I chat with you.
Where in the chat? You have shared it in the general chat now?
No. In the Ask Me Anything chat.
Oh, okay. And the other one?
The other one is where ADOC also talked about the link 45 minute. But I shared that in the Elite Backtesters chat.
To be fair, Marco, the rules were to send me over private. I cannot scan within all the Discord to check for everybody in case they have sent me anywhere else. So if you would like to contribute to the League Backtesters, please send me over the private because I cannot chat multiple chats as well. That would be, I don't know, a horrific job just to check everybody chats. Instead, anyone has made a mistake and sent to a different chat rather than my PMs. So reconsider and send me over the private so I can analyze it and put it to the next month as well.
Okay, I will do. And what about the other one? Is that because you put it first on the inactive and not yet checked it, or what's the reason that it's not checked with the featured settings?
So as I said, I think you have sent me like two setups within the same day. One has been put to the
Yeah,
active and the other on the inactive.
Yes, but this one where I talk about was from a month
last
earlier.
month. Okay, so the idea was it was from month before and it was inactive for 1 month and now is active. Is that correct?
I had set it in 1 October, so that were
Okay.
for the period September. In the first instance, you guys put it in active,
Right.
and I was currently checking it, and it had great performance.
Okay. On the 1st of October.
So if it's one of which has been put into the inactive, as I said, I'm going to check them like every couple of months to see if they actually had any trade. Maybe, so for example, if you had sent me like on the 20th of September, and if I check them on 13th of September and it didn't have any trade, I put them into the inactive. In a couple months or something like that, I'll recheck everything else and put up like an Excel file with all the performances.
So if there's any trading strategy, we've set up a new. Well, it wasn't really a new rule; it was a rule from the beginning. The idea is that we're obviously giving a prize away for September, which was had trades in October, and then after every 3 months, we're going to find a bigger prize as well, and we'll be going back through all of the setups to see if they all are inactive. And giving that bigger prize away every 3 months as well.
Okay, but yeah, then we miss 8 settings for now. But yeah, okay, that's the rule.
If there, I don't think there's any real way that unless we go through all of the settings every month, go back.
Yeah.
Which may be potentially possible with the incubator program that we're building, or which will be released. That will make things a little bit easier. Yeah, I think that's the only way
because this strategy has now 6 trades and 83% win rate.
Yeah, it looks awesome. It looks amazing. Yes.
So yeah, great performance.
Yeah. So with
that's indeed when it's the rule, then it's the rule. Yeah, You can't change
Yeah.
it.
With the
okay.
incubator, it has a kind of a leaderboard program inside it, so it will be able to tell if a trading strategy suddenly becomes extremely active and has loads of wins in a row. The leaderboard will show it. So,
Mhm.
so yes, so it will work.
Okay.
Okay.
I do see another question. D5. Maybe you should relog within Discord or something like that because it shows me you have the elite backtesters. Let me just write you real quick in case you don't hear me or something. Relog because other questions. I have access as of today. I need to refresh Discord exactly. How many did you submit? Hey guys, I don't see any of my settings which I submitted in the month. It means wrong or broken. You did check the list I put here. Let me check real quick. Yeah, that would mean you're set because I know you sent me some, but indeed they or either they didn't have any trade, or they had just one loss or two losses, or the win rate was not respected at all. I see on my stats is actively running and I don't have access. You do have access. Let me just write to you again. You do have access. Please restart Discord. Right. Back to the presentation again, in case there are no other questions. All the November submits. I mean, the submitting towards November is available as of the past week. So to upkeep your status from the October, please feel free to start submitting to me because as of I believe it was the 2nd or something like that, all the setups since then are put for the contribution for November to get access for December. Right. And now the most special moment of the day, the winners for September. Congratulations, everybody. Out of the $1,000, we have decided that it should be fair to be priced as follows. So the first one would be Gentle Sir, which his strategy has a total of more than 20% net profit. Thank you, guys. Has more than 20% net profit overall for that month. And everybody else who had an active setup for the September also gets 150%, $150 dollars for their contributions. There was another strategy which turned out to be not profitable, but again, it was announced that the deep backtester and the backtester don't really rhyme within each other. So yeah, unfortunately, it had to be removed. 2 weeks ago when I checked the September performance, I believe the group, so overall all the strategies was more than 60% in the profit. If you guys have connected everything through Trigger Trade, if you would like support with Trigger.trade, be sure to keep contact with William because he can help you guys set up with that as well. So yeah, congratulations to everybody who have submitted. These are the winners for September. Definitely looking forward for October winners as well. We do have more setups, so that means more possible setups to be in the profit. Yeah. Next week we are going to publish the actual results of November as well. It was a little time to do all the setups, all the preparations, moving all the inactive setups and scanning through them to be put as inactive. So that's why we don't have actual setups for November. But as of next week, I'll come up again with the charts and the performance from the incubation period till that present moment. So that's pretty much about it, about the news that happened within the group, within the Elite Optimizers group. If there are no other questions, I would like to do a short introduction for the newcomers as well. So in case you guys have any question regarding what you have seen so far, please let me know.
Yes, please.
Sure.
How do you decide who is the winner? Based on which factors, performance, do we decide who's number 1 or who is number 2, 3, 4, 5?
So we took out the best one to be the first place. As I said earlier, it was the only strategy which had a more than 20% net profit overall, which I believe people are like looking for that within a year to make a more than 20%. So that's an amazing result. And then because everybody has put a lot of work towards the active setups, everyone was prized as well.
Yeah, there was the first month that we come up with the setups. Obviously, it was the first month. There was a lot less setups, so there was also a participation. Gentlesad put a lot of work into a lot of setups that turned out to be quite profitable. So that was the reason. Like I said, there's also going to be a quarterly vote from everybody inside the Discord. So we'll be putting the active setups from incubate.trade into a Discord where everybody will be able to vote on the quarterly ones as well. But this was the first one. The next one will be working more on rules on how we actually give prizes for profit rate, win rates, etc.
If I hear that, then it sounds for me like that we better then can use a big leverage. When we're talking about, okay, it has 20% profit in that month, will it then not be better for all people to use more leverage so that we don't then have not 5 or 10% net profit, but for example, 30%? Because
Not necessarily.
when we do
because
that, we
we're
get also
also
more
looking.
net profit, but also bigger drawdown.
Yeah, sure. No, it was a like I said, the first month was net profit. There was also the win rate. There was the effort from the person who come up with a couple of good setups because Gentles participated a lot in the first month. There was a lot of submits from him, and a lot of them turned out to be more profitable. Well, some of them turned out to be profitable. It wasn't to do with just leverage. We also looked at drawdown, those kind of things. It isn't a matter of sending us a strategy that's got a 60% drawdown and 3,000% profit. Obviously, there has to be a balance between the two. And I think that obviously Marco, the actual incubation period will prove that as well. Although the incubation period is very small for the monthly ones, the quarterly ones will obviously be much longer. So we'll be able to also, like I said, there'll be prizes for those as well. So the first month will be slightly different to the other months. There was a lot less submissions than there have been over the past 2 months because obviously there was less participants because people didn't know about the elite backtesters. But as we go along, obviously the rules will become stricter and will differ from month to month as we learn with you guys as well.
Also, there are strategies that are intended to have leverage, and there are strategies that are not intended to have leverage. So, for example, DCA strategies. Overall, the performance speaks for itself. But again, also if, for example, the second place, also if there was like any strategy which required, for example, no leverage because it was a DCA or something like that, would have been also prized as well.
Okay, but I heard also, okay, we looked also to win rate, but is it actually good to look at win rate? Because some strategies have a profit factor of risk reward 2 or 3. It can be great strategies, but yeah, then of course the win rate will be maybe 40%.
Win rate was not a deciding factor of which one is the best, if that was your question regarding that or a
Yes,
different.
because David said it.
No,
Win rate
it was
was
a global. Sorry, it was a global mix of
exactly.
all of them. It wasn't just win rate, but of course, if there's something that's got a 20% win rate, and unfortunately it had 8 wins in a row, losses in a row, whilst Vlad put it in incubation, obviously that would have ended up in a inactive.
For the
Due
moment.
to unfortunate, for the moment, due to unfortunate circumstances, maybe, but would have ended up in the inactive area, and that's why we're going to be doing a quarterly draw as well, because it may be that one excels in a quarter against 1 month. So we're trying to be as fair as possible. Very much like we have done here. We try to split the prize and give everybody a prize instead of just one person that participated in the first month. And hopefully, like I said at the very beginning, I have my trading strategies. I have my setups. I'm not somebody who's me and Vlad are learning as we go along as well for competitions. It's not something that I'm an expert in. We're going to learn with you guys the rules that we're going to be setting up and how you guys trade and things like that. And the quarterly one will be put to vote by you guys so that you guys can choose which ones you consider the best.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. If it's if we do it monthly,
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm not personally for me, because I see I had sent in a very great strategy with a great performance, and I miss it here. Not that I need it, but yeah, it's something that I miss. Maybe we can look next time how we can avoid that, because maybe we see really great settings that maybe actually was number 1,
yeah.
but it's now avoided.
Okay, yeah,
Like normally, okay, the settings that I had sent in must be actually, I think, the winners. Not that I need it, but
I understand.
yeah,
I understand.
I don't know how to
Understand.
say.
I understand. We'll go through the settings again. Like I said, we don't want to miss out on good settings. Nobody's been put aside or anything like that. We don't want to miss out on good settings. We will take time to go back through them, and like I said, you have my word that the good settings will be put into the main area, the featured area, and anybody that excels, I will do my best to find prizes and things like that for you guys to make sure that that you get what you deserve as well for the time that you put in to find these settings. Unfortunately, some users obviously have the smaller packages on TradingView and send settings. I can't give prizes to everybody for ones that just don't work on the deep backtesting or things like that, which is obviously isn't your case, Marco. But those ones that just don't work on deep backtesting and things like that, we won't be able to. If the trading strategy doesn't stand up, I won't be able to give prizes for. But obviously, those people will also get access to other people's strategies, so it's worthwhile as well. And I will do my best to make sure that everybody gets their fair due for the time that they put in, and I'll try to get as many prizes. This is important to me, important to the community, and I'll do my best to find other people like I did before, like TradingView tokens, those kind of things I'll find as well, to make sure that everybody gets and feels as though that it's worth it for everybody.
So for now, you suggest everyone to personally check their own settings that they had sent when they are inactive and send them again?
That could be an idea as well.
That could be an idea. Yeah, absolutely, without a doubt.
Yeah,
There's
but
no
then
reason not to.
then you probably have later for the quarterly, maybe sometimes the same settings.
Yeah, it would be nice if the person who updates their settings or sends the same settings says, "I'm re-entering the settings because they weren't they weren't put in the spotlight, but they have actually had trades. Vlad, you may have missed out, or David, you may have missed out. Would you mind having a look again, or
As
whatever?
I mentioned earlier, yeah.
Just mention to us that yeah, please relook, or for next month or whatever. We're happy for you to re-enter them if they're active again. No problem whatsoever. Just so that it'll just tell us so that the other users don't have to look through exactly the same settings over and over again. That's all.
Because it was mentioned, like within the checkups and everything, I did spot some strange results between two submits. So maybe as of next month, we will also do a deeper look within the settings as well to see if somebody copied each other or something like that. But that's for next month as well. But yeah, just to be brought up as well.
Okay.
Okay, so then it's also better for people to submit as soon as possible in the beginning of the month.
Not
Then
really.
we probably avoid this.
Yeah, it's there's ways. I mean, things that are sent directly to Vlad aren't shared to the community until the end of the month anyway. So yeah, yeah. I can
Okay.
add into add. I
It's
can
an
add into.
idea.
Yeah.
Sorry?
I've got to think of things. I mean, things that I can also somehow add into the incubator a way of checking to see if the settings aren't the same for each one. That should be pretty easy for me to do, like a compare of all the files and look for duplicates. Yeah, that kind of thing I
But
can do.
that's difficult, David. That's difficult.
Yeah, because
There are tricks to
yeah, I
trick
know,
you.
I know. Don't tell everybody what they are though.
I don't talk about it yet, but it's easy to do.
Yeah, I know it is. Yeah, I know. I was thinking it as I was saying it. I was thinking, yeah, I'm sure that some of this. There's always going to be the people that are. I don't know if any of them in the group. I hope they aren't. We're here as a community to play together anyway. But yeah, if somebody wants to steal, they're going to steal, and if they want to just send it to Vlad, they're going to do that anyway. So yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Good artist copying, great artist steal. Absolutely.
Yeah, but like I said, I was working on Marco's, which actually Marco's link 45-minute I redid, and I'm live with it. I'm trading on it. But if I were to submit it, which I probably would not without Marco's saying, "Hey, you're okay to do it," I would say this original settings were Marco, stemmed from him. And if I want something, I'd split it with Marco.
Absolutely. That's what I hope. I mean, if anybody said to us, yeah, this comes directly from Marco, we'd say to you, okay, cool, thanks for telling us. If it wins, is it good with you guys to share 50-50 or something like that? And I think it's good to
I
play for.
spent 8 hours to 20 hours, optimizing it myself.
Yeah.
But still, it still started from his original setting. So that's what I would do.
Fantastic. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I would expect from everybody. I hope from everybody. And yeah, if you guys do use somebody else's as inspiration, if you don't mind, just telling Vlad, that way we can share the prizes at the end as well.
Absolutely.
Is it an idea to better compare, to use the same leverage and or percentage of portfolio?
I'm not okay with that.
Yeah, it's hard because it is something that's hard to do because obviously everybody's on different time frames and things like that. And at the very, very beginning, we all said that we didn't want to limit the number of submissions. We just wanted to get good settings from everybody. This month's already been launched. Let's think for the future and maybe speak for December and say, right, okay, maybe December we could put a couple of extra rules in, or maybe change some rules or something like that. It'd be good. Sorry. No, carry on, mate.
Can we then make clear if there are rules, what the rules are? Because in first instance there were a lot of rules, which is great. But later it was changed. Okay, you can do everything. But we also decided in a period to use the top 50 coins, probably, if I'm right.
Yep.
But now we have some, for example, also settings like FXS that are not top 50 coins. So can we make it clear, or can we say, okay, we can send everything?
Okay. Yeah.
Uh,
Sure. I'm personally, I prefer for you guys and for me as well, because I'm using some of them and uploading them as well, to be able to receive everything. But maybe the winning strategies have to have some kind of extra rules put in place for the winners at the end of each month. Like I said, we're learning as we go along. All of the input that we're getting today and over the past streams, we'll be putting into place. We'll have more setup rules as we go along, suggested by you guys. But like I said, yeah, we're learning as we go along as well. So we'll edit the rules that are in there in the actual Discord itself that we set up in the first place. We'll edit them and make sure they're a little bit more understandable now that things have changed as we've gone along.
Yes, but we are already in this month.
Yeah.
So people have already probably sent some settings. I'm going to send in again the 2 settings that I now missed.
Yep.
When will those new rules then apply? I'm sorry if that were not the correct words.
So, as you said, Marco, earlier, like a counter example to the rules, for example, just to focus on the top 20, 30, whatever most popular coins. Rabbit has proved to us that with his FXS or whatever is called, that small
Yes.
crypto coin, that actually are not a great idea because that strategy turned out to be profitable. So that's why we tend to believe now that freedom, I mean, again, to have, for example, 5 people and split the work to each other, so you do 10 minutes, you do 15 minutes, you do 30 and whatever, maybe that person is not available to do that work this month, so we would have spots to be filled which are never going to be filled and so on. So that's why I think leaving freedom to people, for example, having to optimize on a strategy that they like or whatever, because I don't know, maybe you don't like for some reason optimizing a strategy that has a lot of fields because it takes so much time, even more time than ones with less fields to optimize. So that's why I believe having freedom of choice, it's more important even in real life, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I understand what you mean.
We'll set some rules. We'll edit the rules slightly in Discord this week. There won't be any big changes. And then before every month, we'll discuss with you in the early streams or the first stream of the month the changes before they're made, and that way we'll make it as fair as possible as we go along. Somebody asks if somebody doesn't have access to deep backtesting, they're already at a disadvantage, especially as there's closed sourced Pine script. I don't imagine that really other ways of testing the data. Mike, ADOG replied to deep backtesting. Vlad is here to help you the deep backtesting. William and myself are as well. There is a room that Vlad shared with you where a lot of the community members deep backtest the trading strategies for you for free. William's also working on a way of uploading, but it's going to take a long while before that becomes live. But anyway. That was so yeah, it is a disadvantage. I agree with you, but we do our best to make it available to everybody so that we can help you if you have.
When you are serious with trading view or optimizing or strategies, then you really need to buy premium.
Yeah,
premium.
100%.
Else it's impossible to make great strategies.
Yes,
that's true.
The more data, the better.
David, about the incubation, that will help to manage Vlad this a lot. It's much easier for him.
By
to manage.
1000%.
Yeah, I agree,
Yeah.
1000%, absolutely. Do you have an idea when we can use it again?
Yep. So me and Vlad are currently working on adding the strategies to the incubator that I've built. They'll be testing over the week to make sure that there's no problems, and because there's a lot of strategies that I can now test with it. So we're adding them one by one, and uh, but I will be sharing screenshots and releasing screenshots and sharing links with everybody, so you can see that leaderboard that I was talking about. And then as soon as I'm sure that everything's working, which will be pretty quick, I should imagine, because it really is very, very simple as a script. I'll give you all access via a Patreon login like it used to be before, so you can test yourselves. There'll be a public side, which will be public backtesting from this area here. So anybody that's inside the Discord will be able to see it, but won't be able to download the settings. And only you guys from the Elite Backtesters will be able to download, obviously, from the Discord. So, like I said, me and Ved are adding them. There's quite a few. It's going to take a little bit of time for us to be able to add all of them. Once they're all online, I will reset the date and the database from that date on all of those settings so that they are all equal, and then it'll just that's it. Any
Is it
spoilers
only for
on
the elite backtesters?
is it only for the elite backtesters? Oh, I never really
The
thought
incubate
about
site.
it. Yeah, I never really thought about it. Maybe it'll be a nice like perk for anybody that's a elite backtester. It was for everybody that was Patreon, but it'll be a nice perk for us guys. The reason I do it is to release these just to us guys in the elite backtesters is because the more the merrier here, because it means the more people
True.
that are here that actually want to learn together and to build great strategies and contribute to the actual community. So yeah, maybe it would be a good idea just to release to the elite backtesters. Like I said, it's an extra perk for us guys here.
But then the question is also, can we then also manage our strategies that are not submitted, or
Yeah.
or
Be able
that
to
we
add
want
You
to
in.
can
test?
upload as many.
Yeah.
You can upload as many as you like. Vlad's uploading his ones. I'm uploading mine, and we don't have the same account. You'll have your own login, which will which allows you to log in, add this trading strategies to forward test, and then you can either make them public or private. Like I said, there's a leaderboard and that kind of thing for the public ones.
Are there also options to see the performance per for last week, last month, last period we like set periods?
Yes, as long as it's received the alert from TradingView, it can't go back into it doesn't do back testing like TradingView does. It does only like if you set it up on Wednesday and you want to go back from today to Wednesday, it'll be able to do it. Or if it's a month, you'll be able to do it as long as it's recorded that data on the database. Yes, so it can search through months, weeks, and if you leave it on for years, it will be able to search for a year as well. So
Yeah,
it's
but
searchable period.
what I mean is, do you have then, for example, checkboxes or a drop-down menu that we select? Okay, performance, net profit last month, last week, last year. Are that options that
Searchable
are
through
included?
searchable through like multiple strategies, yeah, at the same time.
Yes, like
Yeah.
when I add, for example, 100 strategies to incubate, can
Yeah.
I see then the total performance from last week,
Yes.
or I change it to the performance for last month or last year?
Yes. Now, obviously, I will continue to improve on it with any ideas here in the Elite Backtesters area. Ideas, but very much like the leader.trade works. You'll be able to search, obviously not on number of followers, but on win rate. You'll be able to search on performance over a week. It's week, month, day, and year. So you can be able to search on those. So those kind of things are already
Okay.
implemented into it.
So that will make it easier.
Yeah. There's also win rate and a couple of other things that you can search on as well.
Okay.
And you can do it on all of the strategies, and then you can also, when you get onto the detailed pages, you'll be able to filter to be able to see the graph a little bit close up on like a week, if you only want a week of data and things like that.
Great. I'm not sure if I missed it, but did you say when we can expect it?
So, like I said, me and Vlad will be taking this week to finish uploading the ones that are in the Elite Backtesters, and we're going to be leaving it just for a couple of days over this week to make sure everything's working as it should. I will then go through all of them to make sure that the results are exactly the same as they are on TradingView for that period. And if everything's okay, I will start, like I said, sharing links to the leaderboard so you can see around it, a couple of videos and things like that I've been recording. And you should expect, hopefully, if everything goes according to plan, a email next Monday, I should imagine, next Monday, Tuesday, with this Elite Backtesters. So you'll be able to get you'll get a link to be able to log in yourselves and add your own strategies. You'll get you'll get links this week for just seeing what's going on and things like that. Most probably, yeah, you'll get links and screenshots today and this week for just seeing the strategies that I've already added. And the actual login to add your own ones will be the beginning of next week, hopefully.
Okay. And you're saying you are adding them.
Yes.
Does that mean also that the inactive setups are being added?
Absolutely, they will be
Or
added as we go along. I will prioritize obviously the active. Well, have prioritized the active ones at the moment because it's just an order of things. But I certainly will add all of them from the very beginning to the end. All of them.
Right.
Unless, like I said, if there's one that's like really, really bad on deep backtesting, I won't waste too much time of everybody's time adding those ones. But ones
yes,
that
but
are
are people that are really interested in this project sending bad settings?
well, we've had a one or two where it's not anybody's
Yeah.
fault. Like I said, it's just smaller data. There's one or two
Okay.
there
Okay.
where they have a 60 to 70%. Where I've fallen into the trap myself several times. I mean, you don't press that deep testing back test, or you don't have access to it. You've given good settings. You think you've got good
Mhm.
settings, and then you put a deep back test on it, and it looks absolutely awful. And you've just gone through a good. Yeah, there's a couple of those, but yeah,
Okay. Then a question again. Sorry for all my questions.
no problem.
The 5-minute strategies that were sent in for Squeeze It, are that
Yes.
also settings that show great deep backtesting results?
Yes, we've got lots of them. Absolutely lots of them.
Okay.
Tons of them, as a
Okay.
matter of fact. Yeah, there's lots of them. But likely they're inspired by other ones. But yeah, that's great. We've got lots of
Yeah.
squeeze it
Yeah.
strategies. There's a lot of dead zones that have been recently submitted. Don't know if Vlad's got any other ones that pop out to you, Vlad. There was dead zone, squeeze it.
All the strategies, like which
Or
one has been
yeah,
the most popular?
yeah, very, very popular. Yeah.
I think that Dead Zone was the most popular. Some
Yeah.
Squeeze It, McGinley, something like that.
Yeah.
That means probably more that song is what a little bit older, but looks like people focus only on recent strategies.
Yes, yeah, that's something that
That's
I'm
my
working
feeling.
on at the moment. Yeah, I'm going back and trying to like squeeze it was kind of no more than kind of was inspired by the wolf and bear. It's very, very similar. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to bring back some of these strategies, even if I do rename them and add a little bit more extra confluence and things like that to make them better. I'm trying to bring them, the ones that I believe are good and have had decent profit with in the past. I'm trying to bring them back to the community and find different edges on those strategies. Currently, I'm working on the Fairtail plus. I can't remember what it was. Fairtail plus the logarithmic, I think it was. I can't remember what it was. And adding that to the dead zone and trying to make something a bit different with that, which pretty much would give us similar results to the dead zone by itself, but brings back some of the indicators that we aren't looking at. Also, we were speaking the other day about the ultimate scalper. I've been looking at that one, although I haven't found any great results yet myself. The ultimate scalper, and there was another one that I was doing this weekend.
I like
I
that
can't
double
remember.
RFID.
The double RSI. That was a nightmare one.
Why?
Yeah, it was Why was it? No, it was good. It was good. It turned out to be good. But
Yeah.
when we first released it, I think it was called the Simple Scalper when we first released it, and it gave us absolutely fantastic results. We were in with Simon and everybody else talking on the chat, and then we realized that unfortunately it repainted. Now the new version obviously doesn't, but the first version that we did was like out of this world, and unfortunately it was because it repainted.
That's
But
correct.
that was like the
I were
first
a
couple of
millionaire
laps.
in 3 months off that one.
Yeah.
I
How you
remember
going?
users
That's
already
go.
planning Lamborghinis or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's jokes. Yeah.
Yeah, right, mate. How you going?
I'm good, mate. I'm good.
Good, good, good. Yeah.
You sure, Scopes?
Hey?
You're sure everything's good? 2212?
Well. my brokers. I feel like my brokers have got it in for me. I feel like they're watching me. Lost some good trades over the last 2 weeks, and price has not even touched any of the areas. So I'm a bit peed off, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Just carry on, don't you? Game's broker and carry on.
So we asked if everybody's using
So
the
good to
Bing
look at
X. Sorry, Marco. I didn't hear what you said.
We talk at the same time. I'm sorry.
No
but
problem.
suggested is also look to ADX plus bowling a band.
ADX. Oh, is that a good strategy? Is it?
Yes. But there are
Ah.
so many. But it's okay.
Ah.
I've
Thank
done
you.
2 hours, but nice. Yes.
Okay, I'll have a look. I haven't got that one set up myself. I'll have a look. Thank you very much, Marco. Cool.
Yeah, okay.
Something for the next week.
David,
Yes.
just a quick one. How much work have you got on? Have you caught up or what? Because I'm ready for I've got another strategy ready for you. What's brilliant?
Ooh, okay.
What I showed you as well. Is there any progress on
I've
that?
also got the other one that I've coded for you. I'm absolutely terrible at the optimization of some of these strategies. We can find some time, no problem. I've got loads of time now, Scopes. I'm pretty good to go. If you want to chat, I've got more time than I had before. So
Be careful with that blame, with that bold claim. Be
yeah,
careful.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Be careful.
absolutely. D5 asked about the elite backtesters. Is anybody using Bing X having to go through obviously all the settings of Bybit? He's feeling sad. Yeah, unfortunately, I was in the same space myself. I was I use still Bing X, but I've had to go and get myself a new ID card because I just, I didn't want to spend all my time re-optimizing all of my strategies, and everything was going quite well for me on Bybit. Is anybody else using Bing X and happy with them? It seems like they work well for. It's just having to re-optimize everything onto Bing X. I totally agree with you, D5. It's a real pain in the ass, unfortunately. Unfortunately, if you live in the UK, I'm pretty sure that some other European countries as well. Unfortunately, yes.
God bless Palau, right?
Yeah, Palo, yeah. I just bought myself a Palo ID just so that I can do my KYC. Like I said, it's not in the slightest advice because I'm not in the slightest legally allowed to say anything like that, I don't think. But I went away and got myself a Palo because things just, like you said, the back testing doesn't fit between exchanges. The liquidity between the two exchanges are different. The candles are totally different sometimes. Sometimes movements on one exchange can be completely different to another exchange. It just, and back testing on smaller time frames after all the work we put in just wasn't worth it for me. So that was my solution.
You've just grassed yourself up, David.
Yeah. I'm
Have
sorry.
fake
I'm allowed to be
IDs. What if all your accounts get shut down tomorrow? It's
No, no,
because,
no, 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 no.
you've-
I'm allowed it. I'm allowed it. I'm just not allowed to tell people about it.
What am I allowed
Uh,
on?
Sorry?
Am I allowed on?
You can get them. Anybody can get them. I'm not telling you where, but you can get them. Okay.
Send you a private message in a minute then.
Yeah, they're pretty easy to find. I mean, yeah, there's loads of videos on YouTube of loads of people doing it. I mean, even Daniel from who openly puts it on his YouTube. Daniel from Chart Champions has gone there. That was the person that made me kind of take the jump as such.
Right.
Yeah.
Seen that William is speaking with somebody regarding a trigger.trade
Yes.
issue. Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah,
much it.
cool.
Are there any other question, guys, before I jump into making a short introduction about the Elite Backtesters group? If you guys have saw something that didn't quite understand within the presentation that we had so far. If not, regarding the Elite Backtesters, let's go. So, for the Elite Backtesters, guys, as you might have seen, we are pretty much working together as a group to optimize Daviddtech strategies, and not only, with the help and support of Botify. If you would like to know more about Botify, be sure to check our live streams, because we are doing a live stream about it bi-weekly. I mean, first week would be the optimizer, second week would be the Botify, optimizer, Botify, and so on. Depending on the demand, we could jump and make a weekly stream on each. If you guys would like to do that as well, we can. All the results go within one place only, and all the people who have submitted their work have access to everybody else's work as well. The main goal of the group would be to have one script on 5 time frames, 100 people working, putting up to 278 hours to have close to 100 million possible good setups. In case there is a question, okay, but what's in for me? You get exclusive access to the project, as mentioned earlier, and of course, as earlier discussed, there is a prize pool of $1,000 for the contributors to the group. Monday stream, Optimizer and Botify. As said earlier, next week will be actually Optimizer. Because it has been also requested by our users to also take a look at the optimizer. I can't type. Right. In case there are any other discussions or suggestions regarding Daviddtech, regarding the lead backtesters, regarding Botify, Optimizer, me, David, and William are here to discuss pretty much about everything. If you guys have any questions, we also take a look at the chat. I see that somebody is typing at the moment. In case you guys would like to speak with voice as well.
I'd just like to say congratulations to all the winners, because I didn't say it. Thank you very much for everybody who's participating. It's been absolutely brilliant, this new part of the of our group. Congratulations to all, and we've got to say that you have to send your USDT like pass to Vlad and to the winners, and we'll send the prizes over to you. Around this 15th to the 17th will be when you get your prize.
Yeah, in about maximum 2 weeks. Maximum.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys. Cheers. Okay. I'm brand new here. Was planning to use BingX. Now I'm worried that it won't work as Bybit. Optimizers won't work as BingX. Reading Apollo. Yes. The setups are different from exchange to exchange. Just as David said, there is some liquidity problems from exchange to exchange. One has more liquidity, so the price tends to get more violent in some sort, rather than others with a smaller volume. So yeah, you could see Also the manipulations as well, like we saw like 2 years ago or something like that on Binance spot within the United States, when I don't know, the price was like 40,000 or something like that. Just there he had a week to like 6k or 80k or something like that, which it was not fair, but yeah, the liquidity is the one that matters, I guess. I see that somebody else is typing right now.
How's your trading going, Vlad?
My trading, well, I'm currently in profit. I just linked the Elite Backtesters setups, I believe, as of the second week after I make them public. So I'm right about 20% in the profit, which, again, don't do what I say, but try yourself. Try to link the Elite Backtester setup with William Aids or with via trigger.trade. It's very easy, it's accessible for everybody, it's free, of course, and yeah, so far so good. God bless the Elite Backtesters, I would say.
Great news, great news.
Yourself, how's the manual trading going?
Yeah, it's it's good. It's
I've seen you
good,
killing
but
it, man.
it's good. But I've had a couple of problems with my broker, trading 2-1-2. But yeah, it's still good. It's still good. I'm still on point. So just having a couple of problems in some big trades. It seems like when I get into the big trades, I'm getting wrecked. To be fair, I put it in general this morning. My analysis is good. The trades are perfect, but I'm just having problems with my broker at the minute. So I'm changing broker tonight, and gonna try with 2 other brokers for another month.
When is the last time you have spoke to Johnny?
I spoke to him. I spoke to him about a week ago. I haven't spoke to him since.
I mean, he's pretty happy with his brokers, so maybe consider chatting with him about it.
Yeah.
He passed the
Yeah, I will do.
challenges like 2 times or something like that, so he's happy, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah. He seems to be doing okay as well. But obviously he's doing it for funded, so is the targets and that he's getting and he's aiming for aren't massive, if you know what I mean. Obviously because he's got to be easy to pass his challenges. Do you know what I mean? So his targets are not like what I would trade, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but I guess the broker issue are still the broker's issue. Like if there is none from his side, you shouldn't expect any, right? From yours as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I mean, I
definitely consider.
spoke to support late last night because I was a bit peed off, like, and they said they were looking into it. So I sent them. They said, "Can you show me what you're on about?" So I've showed them it with like I've took screenshots of all the trades. So I've sent them 8 trades in the last 2 weeks that were all over 10R. They were all winners, and they just kicked me out, and price didn't even reach nowhere near my stop loss. So I've just sent them like 8 trades to have a look at. So hopefully they'll refund me what I'm down. To be fair,
And you're actually trading a funded account or your own funds at the moment?
my own funds at the moment.
Oh, are you doing a challenge or?
Not yet. No, not yet. I was meant to be doing one last week, but not last week, week before. But I chose against it. I got so busy at work, and I need the time on charts to to be on point, because if not, I'm just going to be rushing trades, forcing trades. So I need the time and the patience and clear head to make the trades.
You should pick on like funded challenges. I mean, the brokers which offer funded challenges that are not so strict on periods, and they would just rely on profit because, again, you're doing amazing. So maybe try to find something that it doesn't have like a period, because I believe there are a few. So just focus on, so here are your targets, it doesn't matter your time, or really the time is like 2 months or something like that, which is a considerable good one if you ask me.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. But I mean, if I've got time in front of charts. But I mean, obviously, because I've got my own business, so obviously I'm running about every single day. But if I've got time in front of charts, what I normally do is get up at like 7 o'clock in the morning, do a bit of analysation, and then just set alerts. And then when I get alert on my mobile phone at work, I'll just have a look then. But it's not practical to be trading off your phone. You don't see. I don't know. It just doesn't seem same. You don't see as much, so yeah, you get less time in front of charts. But if I'm sat in front of my charts at home, I can do. I did a stream last week with live trading, and if I'm in front of the charts, I can do it. But it's not being there, not having the time in front of them that kills you, I think.
Yeah, for me, the whole thing of funded accounts is quite amazing because, okay, so you're paying $50 and you get like a testnet account or whatever just to prove you're right, so unlock an actual funded account. For me, $50 is like a table full of beers, like it's one night of drinking. So I would consider like, okay, it's let's consider I drank yesterday and pretty much that's it. So that's why I think you should definitely consider like funded accounts. No financial advice, but still, see what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you can. I traded. I think I took the day off of work and I traded as though I was using a funded account with my own funds. And I got if I had it's $300 for a £50,000 account. So I traded that day with the mindset of I've got a traded account, and I got 24.9% gain on account. So like wow, so I worked it out on 50,000 quid, and it's like £12,450 profit in like
Wow.
a few hours.
Yeah, I mean, look, has a 90% offer right now. You should check the chat of this voice chat. Somebody shared with you a promotion or something for a funded account. $18. Okay, that's like 2 beers, right? Right. Open discussion, guys. If there is something else you would like to chat about regarding Daviddtech as a whole, or another specific subject, please, the mic is yours. If not, I would like to thank you very much, everybody, for attending this event. Again, congratulations to all the winners of the September edition. Congratulations to everybody that has submitted. Definitely, we're going to revisit in a couple of months. Definitely, we're going to upload everything within the trading journal and have a better tracking of the submissions as well. David, would you like to say something?
Just congratulations to everybody, and thank you very much for making this part of the community possible. To everybody that's participated, it's really cool. Nice to see everybody working together, and I'm very proud of it. Congratulations, Vlad, to you as well, and thank you very much.
Okay, guys, I'm going to upload this one and the yesterday's edition as well on YouTube. Be sure to check those as well because the Botify 101 with David was quite amazing. I am personally myself learned something new. So yeah, thank you very much and have an amazing evening, morning, afternoon, whatever the time is where you're at. Bye bye, everyone.
Bye,
Thanks.
everybody.
Take care, guys.
Cheers, man.
Take care, everybody. Bye.
Cheers.